Good morning. How is everybody today? I'm here today to share with you my design team project for Angeldreamcrafts Kim. And this is her card. This is her Etsy store. You can reach her here. This is her shop. If you would like to post that and look up her shop, this is her information. If you have any questions for Kim, reach out to her at her email here. I know there are some tariff issues going on, and if you have any questions about the shipping, you can always message her and maybe she can explain it to you, because I really have no clue how to explain the situation that's going on. But do go and have a look at her shop, and like I said, reach out to her email if you have any questions on shipping, and she'll be glad to help you with that. Okay, so I have made this beautiful pocketbook. It's pretty big. I have put some big pockets in here, and I'm going to try to show you. I pulled some of the trims and things that I've used in here. I'm going to try to show you as I show you the book. Let me just bring this up. And this is the cover. This is the beautiful fabric that was sent in my design team package, if you remember, if you watched that. This is this trim here. Let's see if I've got it here. Yeah. This is this gorgeous trim. And I have just taken a couple of these little pieces here at the bottom. Kind of made me a flower here in the middle. And put this beautiful cabochon that she sent me. And I have just taken some chain here and to go around it. So pretty and shiny. This cabochon matched this fabric perfect. And I love the way that looks in the center of these. It's so pretty. This is the gorgeous fall leaves that she sent me. And let me show you. I have them wrapped here. I should have unwrapped them, but that is this gorgeous. You know, it's on a border here. You could put that all the way across if you wanted to. I've taken 3 up here, and I've taken another 3 down here and put the little rosettes. The rosettes I had in my stash. I have taken this gorgeous ribbon that she sent in my kit. If you remember these gorgeous ribbons that she tied our packages with, they're so pretty. I have taken some, and I've made a closure here. Tied it in a bow. And then come over here, and I have taken another piece of the ribbon to put down my spine. I first laid this piece of lace, and I do believe this was Kim's also. I don't have that out. I'll have to go searching for that, but anyway, I don't have to go searching for it. Anyways, I have just added some more ribbon to pull it in, you know, so it ties together. Down here at the bottom, of course, I've used her beautiful pink dangle trim. Pink leaf dangle trim. These leaves are so versatile. You can cut them and use them just one at a time. I mean, one little piece at a time to put around your mini roses or something. Or you can do like I've done here and just use it, you know, across. We love all the dangles. Now, the ivory trim, I did have this, and this one was in my stash. And let's see, this trim here also is Kim's. Let me see, do I have that one pulled? Oh, it's on this one. It's on this same one with the leaves. Here we go. This is the beautiful trim I have used around the edges of the front and back cover. Across here. Let me wrap this back up before it comes undone. Hope everybody's having a good start to their week. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm trying to make it through. For those who don't know, I've had one hip replacement surgery already, and I believe I'm facing another one very soon. I go back to my bone doctor, my bone and joint doctor. I go back on the 30th, and I just almost know for sure he's going to send me for surgery. So, yeah, I've been having to just basically living off Tylenol lately for the pain. But anyway, I'm forcing through. Okay, let's move on. The inside here, your first page here, I've tried to take the fabric from the cover and put some throughout with some pockets and little embellishments. Like I said, I've made large pockets, so I've laid. I'm getting tongue twisted, y'all. Forgive me. I have put large pockets, so therefore I have made large ephemera. There we go. So this is a clock that I had. I had some digitals that I've never used before that I purchased. I don't know. It's been a while. And they're clocks. And I didn't realize how large they were. But then when I made the large pocket, I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to fit in there. And that can be a journal card. And it was perfect size. And the roses, everything just matched beautiful. So I was pretty happy with this little clock. Let's see. This, I made a little bow here out of the same fabric. And this is from another one of Kim's trims. And I think I was down to just these little flowers. I think it's all I had left, other than what I've used in the book. So I just put that on there. And on the back, I just kind of stained it, inked it, and put this little journal. And this is a flower off of this trim right here. If you can see this trim right here, I've just cut one little piece just to embellish the top there. And I think that's so cute. That's a large journal card. Super cute. Something different. I like to be different. Over here, let's see what's Kim's. I've used the leaves again. Now this pocket here I had in my stash, and this trim here I had in my stash. I made this journal card that matches the fabric perfectly. I've used her little tool. I have this amount left, y'all. I've been hoarding it and using little pieces. So I've made this little tie at the top here with a grommet. And you can journal. Big journal tag there. I forgot to mention this entire book is made from vintage napkins, and I will show you what they look like as we go through the book, because I've left what was on there. The embroidery that was on there, I've left it. I covered some of them, but I did leave. I wanted to show the detail, and as you can see in the pocket, no, it's not that one. One of the pockets, you can see the other one too, with the little embroidery that's on it. Let's see, I believe this trim here, I had to use what I had in my stash because I didn't have enough of Kim's to go around, because I wanted to go around each page. So I had a big bolt of this, and so I've used that to line the entire book, because, I love my ruffles. The next page here. Now this is Kim's pretty lace here that I've made these pockets with. Let me take out the little goodies here. So this is her gorgeous lace here. If I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken, y'all. I'm sorry. I do believe this was mine. I'm so sorry. I did use Kim's, but this is the one I've used of hers. Okay, I'm sorry. This was mine, but these are hers. I made some bows again here. You have this up here that was part of the trim that I had these little flowers clipped from. This was what was left. I think that's all the piece of that I have left. As you can see here is part of the little oh my goodness, y'all, my mind this morning. Napkins, the vintage napkins I used, how they were kind of scalloped around the corners. Well, I didn't try to cover that up. I left it so that you know that that's what this was. In these pockets, again, I've made some large journal cards, embellished with Kim's pretty little trim here, which is this pretty trim here. I've just taken, pieces of it. This is so pretty. This is one of my favorites. I've just taken little pieces of it. You can use it. It'll go such a long way if you just use a bit of it. But I have used it, as a full trim before. I love it either way. So pretty. And these, I have backed these with some flowers that match the material here. See how pretty that looks? I thought that was really cute. Plus, you can still journal on top of that, and it'll show up really pretty. So those go into here. And then I have made just these little flippy pads. Put you some papers in here. Whoever buys this, this is going to be for sale. Did I mention that? I'm sorry. I am going to put this for sale. Those are just some little flippy pads that I've made that you can journal in or write notes in. And the next page, this is the center of the book. And this is Kim's beautiful lace. And I embellished it with some little rhinestones here because I embellished this beautiful trim. That's from Kim, which is this one. As you can see, I've taken pieces off the bottom. I still have this gorgeousness up top to use on something else. I've taken these little heart sections at the bottom, and I've put one in each corner, and then I've added the stones. Down the spine here, I've taken, let me show you, these little pieces here that was on the next to the flower. I've taken these and run them down the center of my spine. The piece of, this is some stretch lace I had in my stash. And I wanted to dress this up, and I've added pieces of this same trim and a little flower. One of these little flowers out of the middle. And just added my little bling here. And this is her gorgeous lace. And I have added just a tiny bling in the middle of those flowers. And of course, more of the gorgeous fabric. I should have ironed it. It's wrinkly. But, you know, it kind of gives it character. And I really don't mind those wrinkles. And then here is some more pretty tags that match. Here, I've used Kim's little trim just to embellish. This one right here. This is, they're all my favorite. But, of course, another favorite. It's so pretty. I've got it upside down. There we go. So I've just embellished around the top. I cut it to where it fits around the grommet. Super pretty. Of course, I've backed these also with the pretty paper. And you can journal on these. And this is just a little tiles I had in my stash. Oops, there's my pen. Don't want to stick myself. I've got a boo-boo over here. I think I was making potato salad to take to my dad yesterday. And I was chopping and peeling some onions and celery to put in my potato salad. And I think I've cut my thumb right there. And over here, I think I cut it over here, but it wasn't as deep. I had both of my thumbs had boo-boos last night. Oh my goodness, y'all. Y'all didn't even need to know that. I'm sorry. Anyway. The next page here, now this is where you can see the napkins, and this is the embroidery that was on it. So I didn't want to cover that up because it's so pretty. And this was some lace that I had in my stash. I didn't have many laces. I didn't have enough of Kim's to go, you know, on each page, and I wanted them to be different, so I had to pull from my stash on these pockets. But this is her gorgeous trim here. And I don't think I brought that one out either. This trim here I had in my stash. It has just a tiny bit of peachy pink color to it. And it shimmers. I'm not sure if the camera picks that up. I've embellished with some tiny pearl flat backs here. Now these are Kim's pretty little bows with the roses. And this has a touch of peach. So I thought these went well with this. Down here I've used this little trim again in the corners. Just add a little something. Super cute. And then made these two journal cards. Aren't they so pretty? Up here I have used this new trim that she sent me. It's so pretty and so versatile. As you see here, I wanted just like a row of two. And look how pretty that looks to just kind of round that off the top of that. Top of these large cards. I think that just is so pretty. It picks up the colors in the butterfly and the rose. And of course, again, I've used just little pieces of that pretty material that the book is made from. And these are backed also. These are large tags. I don't usually make them this big, but I love them. I love how they look in this book with these large pockets. Now, whoever purchases this, you can always fill this with laces, your own photographs. You could put anything you wanted in these large pockets. They are big enough to hold anything. And then back to the back, almost, the last 2 pages. Another fabric pocket here. And I've used Kim's Pretty Trim. This one, which is this one right here. This was new to me. This is the first time I've had this one. It's super pretty. I went all the way across with it. Instead of cutting individuals, I used the full length to line that. My stuff is falling out here. I have made this journal card. I have put Kim's lace on the edge here with these pretty flowers, and I've used her pretty pink little trim here. This is the lace. This is Kim's that I used across the tag. And then down here, this pretty little heart trim, which I love. I love all of it. Y'all know I love all of it. It's so pretty. Super cute. This is just a journal card. Large journal card. And it looks pretty sticking in this pocket. Sticking up out of the pocket. This was in my stash. And this was a piece of the rose trim of Kim's that I had left over. Over here to the last page. Again, I used just some lace I had in my stash. Excuse all the fuzzies. I don't know where they're coming from. This is her pretty little her flat backs that she had in her store. They're gorgeous. I believe this was in my stash, this applique, and I have just clipped it. And I put a little piece of it here and put another one of these little flat backs just to kind of pull the page together. And made one more big journal card here and used some of her pretty green ribbon to make a big bow. Super cute. Kind of simple for me, but like I said, I've been in a lot of pain, and I feel fortunate that I was able to get this finished. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for joining me, and do go and visit Kim's shop. And like I said, if you have any questions about the shipping, feel free to reach out to her, and I'm sure she can help you, because I'm sorry, I just really don't understand it, and I wouldn't know what to tell you. She will be happy to help you and give you any information that you need. If anyone would be interested in purchasing this, you can reach out to me through my email. I could sell it to you cheaper, than before I put it in my Etsy, because it will be going in my Etsy if I don't hear from anyone. If you are interested, just reach out to me, and I will be happy to send it off to you. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you soon. Be sure and go and visit all the other designers and see what they're making. See you soon. Bye-bye.